Hi, it's Jackie from Raise Your Vibe and Thrive Society. And today I want to talk about a subject that I think is often misunderstood. And it's about how a negative thought can actually be really powerful and a blessing, which does go a little bit against a lot of the things that you hear about in law of attraction teachings and manifesting, where as soon as you have a negative thought, you switch it and change it into a positive thought. Whilst that does have its place, and if you're manifesting something and you're having negative thoughts, then we want to switch it into a positive. However, what this will often do, so if you're reading like The Secret or, listening to Abraham Hicks, and this is by no means saying I don't agree with what they're saying, because those resources, their teachings are phenomenal. They really, really are. But what I'm saying is that often they will just say, if you just turn your negative thought into a positive, then everything is going to be fine and everything is going to be hunky-dory. And that's not always the case. And I think it was one of the people who I heard talking about this was Tony Robbins, and he was saying that a negative thought actually is brilliant because it shows you what you need to work on. And that's what I want to talk about here. So when we have a negative thought, that in turn creates a negative, low vibrational feeling. And really to live, an abundant life, a life that is successful, is powerful, is filled with love and joy, we want to raise our vibration. But a negative thought is an indication of something that you need to maybe look into seeing why you're having this negative thought. Because there will be some amazing lessons that you can find once you really start to hone into where your thought process is going. Okay, so for example, if you were thinking about earning a certain amount of money, and each time you think about it, you're having a negative thought around it. It could be like, I'm never going to have this amount of money. This never happens to me. It could be that you're unconsciously self-sabotaging it, or you have a ceiling of how much you want to earn, can't go above it. But recognize what that thought is. Okay, if it's a repeated thought that you keep having, then there's some work that needs to be done with that repeated thought. If it's an odd, maybe that's not going to happen, then you can just switch it into, actually, yes, it is going to happen. This is an amazing thing is going to happen. I'm going to earn this amount of money or get this number of clients. But if it's something that's going, and it's a cycle and going on and on and on and on and on all the time, then maybe this is something that we need to look at and understand why you're thinking those thoughts. And usually it's because of something that's happened in the past. All of our memories are stored within our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is in control of us. It's 95% of what we do on a day-to-day basis comes from the conscious mind. The subconscious mind, not the conscious mind. So when something happened to you, and I'm talking, this could go back to childhood, it could go back to a first relationship, it can be anything, and it's stored within the subconscious. And if that was a negative situation, your conscious mind, as soon as you go into something that could possibly bring up a similar situation, Your subconscious mind is going to be like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? Let's go into protective mode. We don't want you to get hurt again. So let's just throw out all of these fear thoughts just to hold you back, okay, to stop you from going forward. And that's what happens when we have a negative thought. And this is the key to recognizing what's triggering those negative thoughts. So what was the situation that happened that you keep thinking about or referring back to? Or even if, so when it's coming from the subconscious, we don't always know where that is. And this is where you do a bit of a deep dive. So think about maybe the first time that you had those thoughts. Can you think of a situation within your life where what you're wanting to happen didn't happen, therefore it created a negative narrative for you, so to speak? So it could be, if we're thinking, say, in terms of money or clients, where in your past has either you haven't got the money or you haven't got the clients, or even is it something that goes further back that just could be a mindset? You know, is it that you were told things when you were younger? Money doesn't grow on trees. Or, the rich get rich, the poor get poorer. There are all of these things that we're told and we're taught often in childhood that play out as an adult, in our adult life. And we don't always understand or realize that these are actually beliefs that we have. When you start to uncover what these beliefs are, you can then work through them. Because if it's something that happened in the past, that doesn't mean it's going to happen again in the future. So it's doing the work around those thoughts in order to help you to move forward. So whether that's, you do some EFT, some tapping around those thoughts, it could be that you're just reframing them. So you're thinking about something that happened in the past, and consciously knowing that doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. So you're reframing that negative thought, okay? So it's not just having a negative thought, switching it straight away to a positive. It's understanding why you're having that negative thought. Because I can guarantee that if you just switch it to a positive, and this is a recurring negative thought, you're just going to keep having that recurring negative thought until you really start to understand the reasons behind that negative thought. Once you become aware, that's when the real healing process begins. Because if you're not aware of what's causing that negative thought, then you're not going to be able to work through it. You journal around it. What comes up for you with this thought, and ask yourself, is it true? Is it true? Is there any truth within this thought? And really start to work on talking through this thought with yourself, this negative thought, and understanding that it's just a thought. Your thoughts are not your truth. Okay? Your thoughts are not your truth. You can create new thoughts. You can create new experiences. But more importantly, you can create new beliefs. And it's those new beliefs that will help you create the future that you want to create. Okay. So, that is the end of today's video, and I hope you found it useful. You know the drill. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And equally, if you've got any comments, please post below. And listen out for new videos that are coming through, and also for my podcast episodes. And just subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I do more videos and more podcasts.